everybody, my name is Kat and I like books. I'm literally staring at this pile of books to make this video. And your girl went a little off, okay? I don't know, okay, I do know why. So I found my reading stride again in February of 2018, and that's why I have so many books for this haul today, is because I walked into Barnes & Noble and I walked into Half Price Books and I said, wow, I really like books. And so I bought all of them. How I'm going to do this is I'm not going to go in chronological order because that is too difficult to figure out. I'm going to give a brief synopsis of each, and let's see how this goes. And listen, I understand that this is my February haul going up in mid-March, but life is hard, and filming videos that are going to be long and tedious is hard. My life is about to hit revving it up 100 miles an hour, so there probably won't be a video for the next week to 2 weeks, depending on how everything goes. Also, I might sound a little bit weird because I got my wisdom teeth taken out 3 days ago. So, we're gonna see how this goes. Sorry for the long introduction. Let's get into the books. One of the first books that I bought in February, which has had some of the most hype that I've ever seen for a young adult book, is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. The Cruel Prince is about a human girl named Jude whose parents were killed when she was very young and was taken to live with the Fae. And she wants to be a part of the Fae so bad that she'll do whatever it takes. It's full of intrigue and politics and it's very interesting. And I'm about halfway through it right now. I got a little bit distracted with other books that I'll get to in a second. And it's okay. As of right now, it's a 3 out of 5 stars. I'm hoping that it'll get better, but yeah, I am enjoying it so far. The next book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I bought this book because it was on sale at Barnes & Noble and I heard a bunch of booktubers talking about how great it was. From what I can tell, it is about 2 rival magicians trying to show off who is the best magician and who maybe fall in love. I love romance, I love magic, and this just seems like a really good book and it's been highly recommended, so of course I picked it up to check it out. The next book I bought was Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerhill. Ever the Hunted is about a girl whose father was killed by who she thinks was the love of her life, and now she's on a revenge mission to get back at him for stealing him from her. It seems very interesting. It sounds like in the synopsis that there's a twist in it, and there seems to be some more romance, which, as we all know, Kat, we all know, I love a good romance. Also, let's talk about how beautiful this cover is. I don't know if you can see how pretty and intricate it is, but she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. The next book I picked up was Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman. I actually read Scythe in early January, and so I picked up Thunderhead. I finished it within 2 days. It was so good. I love this series. I love it so much. You can see all of my tabs for where I found cool quotes and things that I loved. Thunderhead is the second book in the Arc of a Scythe series. If you haven't read the first one, don't listen to the synopsis, skip forward 30 seconds. So basically now Citra and Rowan are trying to figure out how they go when they're separated, Rowan being a rebel and Citra being a scythe, and it's just so good. It's just so good. Also, may I say that Neal Shusterman bumped it up with the cover, because if you've seen my Scythe review, one of my critiques was that the cover was kind of juvenile, and he brought it up. He brought it to the table, ladies and gentlemen. He brought it. The next book that I picked up was Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I am gonna be completely honest with you. I picked this book up initially because of how pretty it is. Can we talk about how pretty it is? This is, honest to God, one of the prettiest books I have ever seen. It's gorgeous. I am gonna say I'm about 1/3 of a way through it because I'm terrible and get distracted while I'm in the middle of reading a book and will just stop and start reading another book. I know, I'm sorry, it's a sin. But I'm really enjoying it. It seems very interesting. I haven't gotten into like the really intense part yet, but I'm so ready for it to happen and I'm super excited. Caraval is about two sisters who have their last chance to go to this amazing magical splendor that is the Caraval before one of the sisters is married off. But during the game, the other sister, who's not being married, is kidnapped and becomes the object of the game. So it seems really interesting. I love magic. It just seems really cool. And she's gorgeous. I'm not over it. I'm not over it, okay? The next book that I got is The Merciless by Danielle Vega. I also picked up this book because of the cover. It was very intriguing, and when you're walking in Barnes & Noble and you see this cover, it kind of draws your eye. And so I saw it and I was like, I should give that one a little test. I should see what it's about. I read it all within, I want to say 2 to 3 hours. It's only about 270 pages. Didn't really enjoy it. I gave it about a 2 out of 5 stars. There are 2 sequels to it, which I feel like are going to be better than this one. I haven't decided if I'm going to read them yet. But, you know, it's okay. This book is about a girl named Sophia who just moved to a new school in a new town with her mom and just wants to be friends with the popular girls who seem to take a liking to her. But unfortunately, that kind of ends in a demon sacrifice, which, you know, isn't great for anybody, really. Next book that I picked up is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I have not yet started to read this one, and I'm not even completely sure what it's about, but the cover was gorgeous, and she's a hunka-chunka book, which is always exciting to me. From what I can tell from the synopsis and what I've heard, it is basically Romeo and Juliet, but they don't fall in love, they team up, and it's superheroes and villains and robots. So, like, that sounds great. That sounds like a really good time to me. So I'm really excited about this book. So yeah, it's also come highly recommended from other booktubers. I've heard them talk about it a lot, and so I'm super excited to read it. The next book that I picked up was Three Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake. And let me tell y'all a little thing about Three Dark Crowns, this series. It has very quickly become one of my favorite series of all times. It is so good. It has such an interesting fantasy world. Every single character is so well drawn out. Like, I'm gonna do a full review about the series and the books, but holy guacamole, ladies and gentlemen. So I picked this up, and I also picked up One Dark Throne by Kendara Blake, which also, by the way, can we talk about the fact that this is a signed first edition? And it was just sitting in Target. It was just on the wall in Target, and I was passing by the books, and I was like, is that a sticker that says signed first copy? And I looked, and it was. And so, like, moral of the story, always check out your local Target for books, because it might be signed. So yeah, these so good, and there was just a cover reveal actually for Two Dark Reigns, which is the third and last book in the trilogy. So basically this series is about 3 sisters who are born queens. Each of them has a different power. There are the poisoners, the elementals, and the naturalists. And on their, I want to say 16th birthday, they begin the year-long competition to kill each other. And whoever's left standing and not dead becomes the overall queen of the island that they live on. It's super interesting. It's an amazingly written story, and I highly recommend it. I saved my favorite series that I bought and read in February until the last, because this series ripped out my heart and then shoved it back in my chest and then pumped it back full with blood and love, if that makes any sense. And that is A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. These books, because I also bought A Court of Mist and Fury in February, these books changed me. They changed who I am. I honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I saw all of these books all over other booktubers' channels, and I was like, I'm never gonna read that. That doesn't look any good. No, thank you. And then I picked it up because it was on sale at Target. Once again, thank you Target for changing my life. And I was like, you know what? Everyone says it's so good. Worst comes to worst, I wasted $7. It's fine. I'm just gonna take the plunge. And then I did. And who buddy, holy guacamole, it's so good. It's fantasy, high fantasy with fairies. It has so much good romance. It portrays good, beautiful relationships. It portrays real mental illnesses and abuse. It is so good. Like, I cannot say enough good things about it. And if you have read A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury, and I have read A Court of Wings and Ruin, but I bought that in March, and so that's going to be in March's haul when we get there, if we get there. So look out for that. And it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, those are all of the books that I bought in February. I forgot what month it was. Oh my Lord. Those are all the books that I bought in February. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I bought 11 books in February, which is too many. I need to calm down. I need to take a breath of fresh air. I need to just, okay. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. If you liked or have read any of the books in this haul, please comment and let me know. I want to talk to you about books. I do have a bookstagram account, Cat Likes Books, and a book Tumblr. I don't know what they're calling book Tumblr. I'm going to say Bumbler. That's not correct. But I have a book Tumblr, which is also Cat Likes Books. If you also want to talk to me about any of the books that I've mentioned here. So yeah, if you liked this video, thank you. If you like me and what I do, you could subscribe. If you don't like me, please don't. That would be very awkward for you to get my videos in your subscriptions if you don't even like me. So that's just weird. Don't do that. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you whenever I get my life together. Goodbye. Whoa, which book should I do? Oh, I'll do this one. Okay. Now let's see how we're gonna do this, because there's too many. Oh God. Oh God. Oh geez. Okay. Angle, angle, angle. It's underwhelming. It's underwhelming. I have to stack more. And angle and smile and smile and smile and over here smile and over here smile. Oh jeez.